Welcome to Backstage Pass, the Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast. It's the ultimate opportunity to look behind the scenes at Rockstar Pro and hear from the wrestlers themselves. Now here are your hosts, Chris Poland and Mark Turner.
Younger than a 46-year-old wrestling world champion. More exciting, more surprising than an aging rock star from the 90s joining a wrestling team's creative staff. It's episode 28 of Backstage Pass.
Number 28, huh?
Was that an okay intro?
Let's leave Billy Corgan alone.
Hey man, I love Billy Corgan, but I didn't expect him to be executive
He's just a
producer.
rat in a cage, bro.
Despite all this rage?
Well, I heard he bangs rats in cages.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Like has sex with them?
Well, yeah. Wrestling
Yep.
rats.
Oh, okay.
But not the ones in wheelchairs, though.
Oh.
He went
Am
there.
I going to have to edit that out?
No.
Okay. So, in case you can't tell, episode 28, Mark Turner's joining me as usual.
Absolutely.
I'm Chris Poland, and burying the lead, Dave Crist is here.
Hi, guys.
Now the question is, will Dave Crist be the Lucha Core champion by the time people can hear this?
Oh.
That's what I want to know.
Well, Dave.
Depends. The real question is, do I actually get Alex one-on-one for
Yeah.
a change, or do
Right.
I have to go through... I feel like that's my occurring theme. Like, if you think about it, when I was wrestling the fight,
Yeah.
I had to wrestle all of them.
Right.
Now I'm wrestling all JT's goons. Like, do I ever get a fair fight?
We'll see, but JT Davidson, he knows how to bend those rules. He knows outside the ring, it's anything goes. So
Yeah, well,
you know,
two things I know about JT. One, he's bald, and two, you can't trust him.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. I think he looks like Trent Dilfer.
that is spot on.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before.
Either that or Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan with the
With
bright
a
red
ginger
goatee.
beard. Hey, you and your ginger beard.
So yeah, hopefully by the time everybody hears this, you'll be American Lucha Core champion. You know, breaking the fourth wall. We're recording this before Amped on the 29th.
Well, what's really ridiculous is, like, Alex obviously was my roommate at one point in time.
Yeah,
one
you've
of my
told plenty of
best
stories
friends.
about Alex on this show.
And it's just one of those things where it's just... I never really thought I'd have to, like, deal with the side of Alex. Like, I've seen him do it before, obviously in CZW and things of that nature, but I've never been on the other side. And that's what's really funny is, like, fans are constantly asking me, like, well, how are you friends with a douchebag? How are you friends with someone that you can't trust? And I was like, well, just because he hates everyone on the East Coast doesn't mean I hate him. Like,
Yeah.
at one point in time, the dude was one of my best friends and like a brother to me. So tonight, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
We're going to take it one strike at a time and see what happens. But I don't know. Like, I feel like there's so many positive things going on right now with Rockstar. I think we have so many young kids coming up. Obviously, Junior, a.k.a. Zach Wentz.
Right.
And even that Rex Ultimate kid, like, I really enjoyed wrestling him last week. He was a very good... I think he'd be a very good addition to what Rockstar has.
Yeah.
Obviously, with Aaron Weems being out now,
Right.
there's a lot of people who could be biting for spots.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I mean, if I do win the Lucha Core title tonight, I will tell you this, like, I will take on all comers, like I always do.
Yeah.
And I'm always up to give the young kids a good opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like any time that you step foot in the ring with me is an opportunity. But,
Sure.
you know, of course, I'm going to lay my title down
Yeah.
on the line.
You're amongst a handful of others here at Rockstar Pro who have that sort of worldwide recognition, you know, and I think stepping into the ring with you amongst, you know, some of the other kind of elite wrestlers here, yeah, that's a huge opportunity, especially for some of these young guys.
Well, it depends on who you ask, really. Like, I don't know. There's so many different, like, aspects of the wrestling industry, and what's really funny is everyone thinks that when people go backstage, everyone's all hunky dory and like friends with each other. So if you ask certain wrestlers, oh yeah, Dave and Jay, they've been around the world, but who cares? It's not like that's a big deal. But then there are other people, like me and Aaron Williams were just talking about this on the way home from Detroit 2 weeks ago. He was like, man, it's so ridiculous how back in the day, if you were world traveled, you were well respected. Now, if you're world traveled, people are just like, it's probably fine. Like, does that even mean anything anymore?
I think it does.
To people with brains, yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But, who am I? I'm just some dude. I'm
Yeah,
just in a cage.
I feel like other promotions, in other countries aren't just going to seek out mediocre talent from halfway across the world,
Are you sure?
I hope so. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know how the business works.
I think you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
But you mentioned something important that I think we need to go back to, that Aaron is going to be gone for a while. Baddest man alive, Aaron Williams, one of the most beloved, I think, wrestlers here at Rockstar. He's been here since the beginning. But, it's past time, right? He's been
needing
fighting injured for a long time now. He's finally going to take some time off for surgery and to rehab his injured knee. I know everyone here wishes him the best of luck. He's one of the most entertaining, dynamic wrestlers that we have here at Rockstar. But the most important thing, I think, is everybody's safety. I want him to continue to have a long career. And if that means Aaron being gone for months, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I agree completely. And I mean, Aaron, he's such a tremendous competitor, and he's so... He's so professional. Everybody loves him backstage. Everybody loves him everywhere. He's such a nice guy, and he's going to be definitely missed. But this does open up quite an opening for somebody on the Rockstar Pro roster to maybe elevate themselves to the next level into that main event area, and that's what it's all about here at Rockstar Pro.
Yeah. Every time he's here, I have to watch my goddamn mouth. Just out of respect, I know I can curse in front of Dave because Dave doesn't give a shit.
I think Aaron's an asshole.
All charade.
I would never travel the roads with that guy. He was never in my car 2 weeks ago in Detroit. Never.
So as we say, we wish Aaron Williams the best of luck. Hopefully we'll see him again soon, but please, Aaron, take time, get 100% again before you jump back in that ring. But as you said, left an opening that lots of people are going to try to fill. Insert sexual innuendo here. No?
I only date girls with wheelchairs.
So,
see, I thought that was Dave's area. I was going to leave that open.
Yeah, I know. Where's the...
Well, obviously, I'm only banging Mark Turner in this room.
So there's also the matter of the title picture here at Rockstar Pro Wrestling. We know Ron Mathis is still Rockstar Pro champion. Dave, you've had lots of years working alongside Ron. You may or may not have heard the last episode that he was on, but, he's kind of... being a little aggressive. He's been a little aggressive to our friend Mark here. He's
I'm
being
afraid to even talk about him.
But, he puts his money where his mouth is because he defeated BJ Whitmer cleanly at the last Amped with an Oklahoma roll, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, that he did. As much as I hate the guy's attitude, he calls himself God.
Right.
That's all you need to know. He has been on a roll here. He's defeated B.J. Whitmer. That's all you need to hear right there. B.J. Whitmer, one of the best around.
Yeah.
Especially in this area.
Right.
Nearly a legend in this area.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Ron Mathis defeated him clean. And now he goes one-on-one with the Dark Star this Friday at Gym City Slam Mayday.
That's right. May 1st, just so, there's no confusion if you don't know what Mayday is. Some people are stupid, right? Or don't have calendars.
Not that if you didn't know what that is, that makes you stupid, right?
No, just ignorant. There's a world of difference. Really. I'm ignorant of lots of things. So Mathis is going to take on Darkstar on May 1st. Dave, what do you think of that match? What do you expect from that?
I have nothing I'd like to say about Mathis at this point in time.
Okay.
I'd rather skip that. I'd rather talk about the tag team title scene. Let's talk about something that I'm not going to get upset about. That I'm not going to get pissed off and want to fight somebody.
Right.
Honestly, I want to fist fight the fuck out of Ron Mathis.
Yeah.
I want to punch him right in his fucking cocksucker.
All right, calm down, Dave. Calm down a
we
little
need
bit.
So let's
talk
talk
about tag
about
team.
let's talk about the sexual predators.
The sexual predators. I was just going to ask you, who's your favorite tag team?
Sexual predators.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
is that Gritty and Pretty, or is that something?
No,
else?
No, the
somebody
sexual
else.
predators. That's Ben and Chris. Hall, yeah.
Chimera and Hall, the sexual
Yeah.
predators.
Yeah, to catch a sexual predator.
I see.
Yeah.
Well,
To catch a? So which one gets caught? Like-
I don't know,
Oh,
but
okay,
it's really funny because I've dubbed them Chris and Ben Hansen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know that show's coming back, right? They're trying to. They got to go fund me to try to get the Catch a Predator back.
Really?
But it was real funny because
What? Oh, that makes me matter.
to talk about those dudes, I heard a clip of one of their promos where Ben's like, "We're the dominant tag team in Rockstar." Well,
They are two giant men. I mean, they've
they
looked
are
pretty
two
good.
giant men that I beat up. I picked Ben Chimera up and gave him an F5. I picked Chris Mathis up and gave him an F5. Woo! It's like Team American World Police. All I want to do is woo!
Can you say you're dominant if you've lost a beef hammer?
I don't think there's anything dominant about those two
Well,
men.
in tag team action, they are undefeated, but they were facing
But who have they
nobodies.
beaten?
Yeah, they
Who have
beat
they
Honey
beaten?
Smacks and Wonder Boy.
Can I go ahead and just mention this? How many world titles have they had? 0. Right now, as it stands, my brother and I hold belts in 4 different feds. I mean,
Yeah.
if my
That's
brother was
apples
still
and oranges.
around, well, I'm just saying, if my brother was still around and we wanted to stick our toe in the fucking pool, I guarantee you
Yeah.
we could beat those douchebags.
I mean,
There's nothing scary about them. One's a bald-headed fuck and the other one's from Detroit. How scary is that? You're not even from the scary part of Detroit. You're from, the bitch-made suburb of Detroit. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's Harlem Heat, baby.
Leave it to Dave and Crist, all right? But there's a lot of great tag teams right now. I mean, the tag team division's crazy right now.
High-five and fat guys.
Hey, what do you think about them?
The tag team wrestling is my forte.
Yeah.
High five and fat guys. That's a trio of fat dudes. I'm a fan.
A trio.
Absolutely.
Who am I missing? Who's the
Duke
third?
Beefhammer joined the
He
crew.
did? Oh
Yeah.
shit! I missed 1 week.
Yeah, he brought pizza rolls for everybody. It was great.
Yeah, the thing is all it really takes to join that group is being fat and having
High-five it.
food.
Uh,
And
Sign me up.
So to me, I think that's a really good team.
What about Nate and Jeremiah?
That's going without saying.
Yeah.
Those two dudes have been on a roll itself.
Yeah.
And it's really funny how Ben and not to get back to those douchebags, but Ben and Madness claim to be the dominant tag team, but what about the tag
Right.
team of Jeremiah and Nate Wings?
Yeah.
A team that has actually beaten real opponents. Not what's really funny is these dudes are contacting outside talent to come in to wrestle them
So they can beat him?
so they can beat them up. It's
Right.
you already know you're going to win because these dudes are the bottom of the barrel everywhere they go. So if you're beating the bottom of the barrel everywhere else and you're beating them in your home turf and you haven't beat anybody in your home turf, what does that make you? Does that make you the bottom of the barrel or the top of the food chain? Because to me, Nate Wings and Jeremiah is the top of the food chain. If you really want to be the predators that you are,
Yeah.
take on those dudes. And I've seen Nate Wings beat
Yeah.
both men.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both men. Nate Wings,
Yeah.
135 pounds.
Yeah.
Ben Chimera, 300 and plus.
Yeah.
Chris Hall, 300 and plus.
Right.
Hot dogs in the back of their necks.
Yeah. You know, it takes so much more than just size.
Right.
I think to be a great tag team.
You also have, you got to have that cohesive unit. You got to have that knowing what the other person's going to do. That's what's really unique about my brother and I is obviously we're brothers, but we just know what the other one's going to do. We don't even have to say what we're doing. Normally tag teams are they talk to each other hey, da da da, hey, da da da, hey, da da da, hey, let's do this, hey,
Right.
whip them off, throw them up, okay, cool, yeah. So they talk in the ring. If you watch tag team wrestlers, they're always talking in the ring. They're always communicating with each other. But it looks like these two dudes are constantly trying to one-up each other. So how are you going to be a team?
Yeah.
I've seen that before, and LeBron James only won one ring. Was it 2 rings? 2 rings.
Yeah.
But they should have beat everybody the entire time. Him and Bosch and Wade were together.
Yeah.
But because it was a constant whose dick was bigger, they got beat by the freaking Mavericks. Your top guy is white.
Well, you talk about how it takes to be a cohesive unit to be a great tag team. Well, what about Jared Harris thinking he's Draven now? Talk about cohesive. They're the same person.
How about this? I was involved in the doctor conversation where...
Boy. Did you record this? This
No,
needs
I
to be
wish
seen.
I did.
Okay.
Where the doctors called, like we were in the office and the doctor called and they were like, "Hey, you probably should let Jared Harris wrestle. We think that he has brain damage." And they were like, "What?" Like, yeah, like we think that he has brain damage due to the chair shot that he received. So, like, every time he takes a chair shot, the brain damage gets worse and worse. So he's going to keep going deeper and deeper thinking he shot Draven. Once again, bottom of the barrel.
My question is, who wants to be
But,
Draven?
but,
Who wants
but
to be
for
Draven?
real, though, like, talking from a personal experience, like, Draven's actually... Sean Draven's sort of like the Wu-Tang Clan. He ain't nothing to fuck with.
Really?
I mean...
Wow.
What about Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne? That chick's funny. Fuck that. I hope that guy is listening right now, and I want you to listen to me right now, kid, with the black jacked up truck. Wu-Tang Clan is 10 times the rap group that fucking Lil Wayne is. You can suck my nut bag.
I'm calling it right now. WrestleMania 32, Dave, Crist, Lil Wayne in the ring, right?
Yeah.
Wu-Tang
I
Clan
normally
is
don't
lumberjacks,
hit
yes.
women, but for you, Miss Wayne, I will.
So, wow, that's a statement with some real heft to it. That
But
Draven
for
is like the
real,
Wu-Tang
like,
Clan.
Sean Draven's a wily veteran. He's been around for forever.
Yeah.
Like, I underestimated him on Thanksgiving, and that motherfucker almost beat me.
That was a great match.
Like, that dude was legitimately beating the shit out of me. I was like, I thought it was going to be kids' gloves.
Yeah.
This Thanksgiving, kid.
And the odd thing about that tag team is they've been teaming up for a long time,
Yeah.
never on the same page. With this weird transformation, they actually seem to be working together as a tag
Jared
team.
Harris is mentally fucked.
My fear is
crazy.
he's going to try to kill Draven and take his place.
Maybe. Maybe.
I bet he won't, pussy.
I mean, I hope not, but geez. So should we get to the spotlight?
Let's just get to the spotlight. This is getting
mean,
out of control. Yeah.
We've been having fun with Dave, but he's got work to do.
Yeah, that
I got
he does.
things to see and people to do.
So we're going to throw
Thank
right
you,
to the
gentlemen, for
spotlight
having me.
segment. Thank you,
I
Dave.
appreciate it.
So stay tuned.
It's time for the Rockstar Wrestler Spotlight.
Okay, and here we are with your spotlight, shining directly on the Dark Star himself. Matt Taylor joins us this episode.
That's me.
That is you.
I noticed the Dark Star. It's still dark despite the shining light on it. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, he's the Dark Star.
It's amazing.
It defies-
It's truly, amazing to see.
Yeah, defying the laws of like space and time, all that good stuff. Light.
Yeah.
So
Amazing I am.
I had to look back. The first time you were on Backstage Pass as the featured spotlight guest was in January of 2014, over a year ago. Right, I believe, before Dark Star Rising.
Yes, the pay-per-view of my namesake.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine that's been over a year since then.
And the fitting thing is, in that match, he had a title shot. He held the championship for a brief moment before it was reversed. And I'm sorry to bring that up.
It's okay. It's
But
okay.
now
Just-
here we are,
It's
and you're
source
getting
fire.
another title shot, this time against Ron Mathis.
I mean, it seems like in order to get on the Backstage Pass, I have to have a title shot. Like, it's cool, guys. Yeah.
That's true.
Well, to be fair,
I mean, I had to take it over once too,
Yeah,
but
but
in
I
order
was
to be a
gonna say,
guest.
I wasn't sure if we should bring that up. Last
Right.
time you were here, you had you kind of locked us in a.
oh, thank you.
I'm glad you have a different attitude.
Oh,
I was
of
a
course,
little worried about this.
I went a little crazy. I'll admit that whole Dark Star Rising and 2 and everything. I went a little nuts afterwards. And
Yeah.
I want
But
to
you're
blame
back.
Jared Harris, but I don't know why.
You mean Draven?
Yes, I mean Draven.
So, we've seen you, I think, fight through a lot here at Rockstar. Clearly, the whole mess with the fight, as you said, maybe not quite yourself during that time. Your feud with Aaron predating that. I mean, you've done just about everything there is to do here in Rockstar. And that one thing that eludes you is something that you have an opportunity to capture this Friday at the Gem City Slam. Mayday!
Yes. Yes, that is always been my goal here. And I've stressed that over the last month. That the only thing I see right now is the Rockstar Pro Championship. That's the only thing I want. That's what I've been working for the past 2 years now. So.
Yeah. And here's the thing that impresses me, right, of a number of things. Mathis has gone out of his way to make this personal, right? To insult you, he just wants to play those mind games, right? And we've heard from him many times before. He's good at it. He's good at being a dick to people.
He truly is.
He knows how to treat human beings like garbage.
Yeah.
You seem to be rising above that, though. What's your frame of mind going into this match?
Like I just said, the only thing I see right now is that championship. That's the only thing I want. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. And if we're going to be honest here, Mathis has just picked something out of me that I've been dealing with my whole life. So you're going to have to try a little bit harder than that, to get under my skin.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear.
And if we're being honest here, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've made a name for myself in this company.
Yeah.
Of getting in people's minds. So
that is true. That is true. And, this other element between you and Ron Mathis, I mean, you guys, you know each other so well. I mean, back in the first year of Rockstar in 2012, you guys were aligned with one another. I don't think a lot of fans here now remember that. Yeah. But you guys were together, so I'm sure you guys know each other very well, and you guys know the dark side of each other and the other.
Yeah, yes, I helped him through his little undefeated streak.
Right.
We've traveled the roads together. We've won tag titles together. I've been around since Mathis first, started in the business and everything. So, yes, we know each other very well.
Do you think that gives you kind of a unique edge going into this match?
I would say yes, but then again, I spoke about me losing my mind, and the past couple months, he's not the same guy anymore. He's more dangerous now. He is willing to do pretty much anything to win that title and to keep it. So I'm pretty much going into Friday with a clean slate because I don't know this person anymore. So
that's got to be such an odd thing for you, on the inside, right? We all watch wrestling from the outside. You experience it as a wrestler, right? So seeing these changes, these evolutions in your friends, your colleagues, has to be a really unique thing in your life.
Yeah, this business is weird, man. It's there's only one top spot, so in order to get there, sometimes we have to do some things we're not proud of. But, like I said, I mean, I've said this 1,000 times. If I was in Mathis's spot, I would have done the same thing. So, sorry, Mark Turner.
But we've seen him do those same things.
So I can't hold it against him. What I do hold against him are the things that he's saying, to just deliberately hurt people. Because there's no place for that.
Right. And that's the thing. Not only has he been making it personal with the wrestlers, with the staff like Mark, with the Gigi, fans, with everyone.
Yeah, with Gigi that one time. It seems like he's trying to make it personal with absolutely everybody. And I don't know if that's just getting everybody's head in the back or if he just genuinely is that bad of a person. I don't know.
I don't want to believe that, but like I said, when we met finally face to face inside the ring, he's pretty much turned his back on everyone. So he's scratching, he's clawing, he's doing whatever he can to take that title. And I honestly can't wait until this Friday when I can beat him, become Rockstar Pro Champion, and I can look him in the eyes when he realizes that everything he did was for nothing.
Promise me this, though. When you win the Rockstar Pro Championship, don't go around thinking you're a god after you win it. That would be really nice.
God, I'm Jesus.
There you go.
One and the same or not?
Sorry, Mom.
This can open up a theological debate section of this podcast that we've never had before. Maybe not.
Well, we got like an Alex Shelley Austin Aries thing.
There we go.
I mean, we were talking about Buddhism a little earlier. Maybe that was off mic. I think that was off mic.
I think it was. Now we're calling back something that.
So, you're going to challenge for this title at the Gym City Slam. And I've had no qualms in the past about hiding the fact that the Gym City Slam is one of my favorite pay-per-views.
I love it.
From Rockstar. I love the Rumble-style match, and all the drama that goes with it. But we've had great main events with that pay-per-view every year as well. Now, in 2013, you won the Gym City Rumble.
Yes.
And a chance to, if I remember correctly, challenge for the title.
That was to name the first champion.
We are Rockstar,
Yeah.
That was that was a big moment for me, here and everything. That was my first real big, victory at Rockstar and everything.
And was that were you the final entrant?
No, I was number 11, I believe.
Okay.
And I was in the ring for over an hour. Actually.
My question was poorly worded. I meant for the six-way.
The first.
No, I was the very first entrant. And then,
Right.
Yeah. That's a reminder to all kids to practice those brain games so that you remember things, unlike me.
I get hit that a lot, so I really need those brain games.
Well, you're doing a better job than I am.
But former Gym City Rumble winner, 2013. 2014, you did really well in the Rumble and everything, for the most part. And now, this might be your pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I mean, this year, you got a chance to win the title.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like every time I get this shot at the title that something just weird happens. You know?
Right.
It was the 6-man challenge at Rockstar. The lights went out.
Right.
Yep.
Dark Star Rising, I was champion for 30 seconds. And then, I'm going to stop right there because it seems like I'm whining and I'm pitching, and I'm not going to do that.
Right.
Because this is what's going to happen right now. The slate is clean. Going into this Friday night.
Yeah.
I don't care about the past. All I care about, like I said, is that title. That's my focus, and that's what I'm going in the challenger, but I am coming out the Rockstar Pro Wrestling Champion.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in this room certainly hopes so.
Yeah,
I believe the Rockstar Nation really hopes so as well. You can only take so much of Mathis mistreating all of us before something has to be done. And I, for one, I'm glad you're the one who's going to do something about it. So, just really quick to get back to this notion of the Rumble, just because I obsess over it.
Oh, I love the Rumble, so yeah, I'll talk about it all day long.
How does one go into that match? I mean, it's not your normal wrestling match. You have to have some sort of different plan, different mindset going in, I would imagine.
I mean, think about the Baltimore riots going on right now. That's pretty much what you're going into. It's every man for himself. You have to constantly
getting real.
Watch your back, and you have to be in the best shape of your life because, like I said, you could be unlucky and draw number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, and you have to be in there for an hour to even have a chance to win. So it's one of those things you just can't prepare for. You just have to go in, train as hard as you possibly can, and hope for the best, man.
Yeah. And there's always the numbers game and that notion of when do you come in and all that, but it really seems to be the wrestlers that have that little something special in reserve that really pull it out and perform in those sorts of matches.
And that was Zach last year. It was his time. It was his moment, and I came this close, but he was the better man that night.
Well, the fact that you can admit that, right, and move on and get to the point.
I wouldn't have last year, no.
But you are now, right?
Yeah, of course.
You're at a point where
definitely.
You're rising toward the top again, and who knows? As we've said before, you could walk away from.
No, I will.
You will.
Yeah.
I like that confidence. Walk away from the Gym City Slam as the Rockstar Pro champion. Now, do we get to say 2-time at that point, or does that 30 seconds count?
I was announced the winner. My hand was raised. I had the belt on. But the decision was reversed. So, no, you do not get to say 2-time winner, sadly.
Right, and that kind of leads to my question. Chris alluded to it earlier. You've done everything there is to do in Rockstar. Former LuchaCore champion,
right?
Gym City Rumble winner, you name it, you've done it, except for win the Rockstar Pro Championship. Now, is that something in the back of your mind? Does that play to your disadvantage that you have had all these opportunities and you come up short every time? It's like a Boston Red Sox curse. Is there anything like that going on?
I mean, I started to go on a rant about that about 5 minutes ago, but like I said,
sorry about
no,
that.
it's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's perfectly fine. It's one of those things that, I mean, I've thought about it a lot, and it's just I don't look at it as a curse. I look at it as fuel because I climbed out of the cage last year, but the ref was out. I was champion for 30 seconds. The lights went out. It's one of those things that I just keep getting closer and closer until that final moment where I step in the ring this Friday with Mathis, and I beat him, and I'm finally Rockstar Pro champion.
Yeah. So this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but I have genuine curiosity here. You win the championship.
Okay. I like where you're going.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
Who do you want your first challenger to be?
Man, I honestly don't care. I want to take that title back, and I don't want it to be in the hands of somebody like Mathis anymore. So I want it to have that title. I want so badly to just defend it against any and everyone, and it doesn't matter to me. I mean, maybe if we're going to have some fun, we'll come full circle to where I was last year, and I'll defend it against Dave Crist, and
That'd be an amazing
everyone's
match.
mind explode.
Yeah. I mean, you've had so many great rivalries. So many great matches. I think the opportunity there for the people lining up to take you on as champion.
I'm ready for it.
It's going to be great.
I'm ready for it.
I know this. We'll all be rooting for you. Rockstar Nation will be rooting for you. That's for sure.
I appreciate it, guys. I do definitely.
Yeah, so be sure, listening audience, to be here on Friday, May 1st, Mayday,
Mayday. May 1st.
for the Gym City Slam, so you can see not only the Gym City Rumble, but you get to see Darkstar, Matt Taylor, I'm going to say it, defeat Relentless Ron Mathis.
That's right.
For the Rockstar Pro Championship.
Yes, be here. And you know what? I have a gripe.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
A gripe, actually.
Uh-oh.
And it has anything to do with Mathis. It has to do with the management of Rockstar. In the name of this event, because it threw me off so many times last year, can we please just change it to the Gym City Rumble? Because I always forget it's called the Gym City Slam.
Yeah. Yeah,
Balls in your court now, guys. I put it out there.
And now that it's Mayday, too, we have like three
there's
names.
three names.
Right.
Three names.
Confuses the crap out of me.
Well, you know what?
As Mathis pointed out, I have problems talking anyway, so just make it easier on me.
Right.
One name.
Give us one name. And for God's sakes, leave cum out of it. All right, on that note, we're going to say goodbye. Thank
Stay
you so
classy.
much. Yeah. Darkstar, Matt Taylor, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully next time there won't be such a large gap.
Yeah, definitely. And when next time I'm on here, I will be Rockstar Pro Wrestling Champion.
Absolutely, I like that idea.
Boom.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
Okay, we're back. I suppose, should I apologize? We were going to have a Michaels moment. I know that everyone's heartbroken.
I'm devastated.
But, he tried to send it to us from Europe.
He's still in Europe?
I believe so, still in Europe. But it's like somehow in that conversion from metric to standard, the file got all screwed up. We lost the data. So
shucks.
No Michaels moment this episode. I apologize.
What do you think he's doing over there in Europe?
It sounds like going to museums.
Do you really think Michael's in a museum right now?
No. Maybe there's like some sort of museum of like oddities or
That could
freaks
be.
or something.
That really could be.
I think
He would
he'd
fit
be
in
into
there.
that. I think he'd totally be into that. So, no Michael, but on the brighter side, in good news, this Friday it's the Gym City Slam, including the Gym City Rumble.
And including a Mayday, but yeah, Gym City Rumble inside
damn
the
it.
Gym City Slam.
Is Mayday in the title?
Yeah, I think it is. Gym City Slam, what is that, a colon? Mayday.
Yeah, that is a colon.
Yeah,
Because semicolons are for assholes.
that they are. But Gym City Rumble, yeah, Michael hopefully won't be in this match. We have surprises all the time, but he's in Europe. I don't think he can pull off being here.
Hopefully.
So that's all the more reason to show up, right?
Right. So we've got this upcoming Rumble. 20 men, 30 men. We don't know how many people are going to be in it, but we know it's going to be entertaining.
Absolutely. It's going to be full of surprises. Mm-hmm. It's going to be full of action. I mean, the Rumble, it's just like any other Rumble, like you see maybe on television, perhaps.
On some sort of shitty wrestling experience.
Apparently, I think you have to have a network for it. I'm not sure. But anyway, Rumble, it could be full of surprises. You don't know who's going to be in it. But this year, it looks wide open. I mean,
Yeah.
Jake and Dave, they won't be here.
Right.
They're going to be in Chicago this weekend. Aaron Williams, he's injured.
Right.
You know, you have Mathis and Taylor in the title match.
Right.
I mean, this presents a huge opportunity for somebody new to immediately become the number one contender to the Rockstar Pro Championship.
It really is, especially coming out of Ludus 2 weeks ago. We see all this young new talent just dying to be a part of Rockstar.
Right.
This could be a massive opportunity for some young men and women to really make their mark on Rockstar Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely. I mean, Rockstar Pro is the place to be. Everybody aspires to be here. Not only could you get on the roster with this win, you get a title shot. You could become champion right before you know it. I mean, could we see Honey Smacks number 3 as champion? Maybe. Well, probably
that's
not.
hard to visualize, but maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Honey Smacks number 2 is always pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's not forget that I'm sitting right next to a former participant
Yeah.
in the Gym City Rumble. What do you think your odds are this year if you come in?
I hope I'm not in it this year. Last year was I don't think I was in there the quickest. I'll say that. It was one of the quickest, but I don't think it was the quickest. So I take pride in that. I don't have the bushwhacker,
Right.
Warlord. I guess Santino now record. So that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm in the Rumble this year by surprise, I'll take my tie off. How about that?
Oh, I like
got
that.
eliminated by the tie. I feel like if I wasn't wearing a tie, I could have won the thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's learning.
Do I have to know wrestling moves though?
Can you punch and kick?
I think you just throw your hand at him, right?
Well, I mean, you're kind of learning. We won't expect any, takedowns or go-behinds, but if you can run as fast as you can into somebody, maybe stick out an arm, knock him over the top rope.
I've watched a lot of wrestling, so
I
I could do a headlock of doom. Remember that? I could really squeeze in a headlock. I don't know how to throw somebody over a top rope with that, but
well, that's the thing. Here's there are some basic rules for a Rumble match, right? Stay in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
Right. Have that 360-degree vision, right? Be aware of what's going on around you all times. And for God's sake, don't climb the turnbuckle.
Right.
That amazing frog splash that you had in mind is probably just going to end up with you on the floor being eliminated.
I don't think I have a frog splash, but yeah.
Well, that's just general advice for anyone entering the Rumble.
Don't do what I did either and enter the ring and go after the biggest man. That wasn't very smart. I don't know what I was thinking about.
Yeah, sometimes when you step into that ring, you can't see anything but red. Maybe, I don't know.
It was. I felt like a whole different person. But anyway, with this Gym City Rumble, one of the elements I was interested in this match is, we talked about it earlier, the tag team division is crazy right now. This might come down to what tag teams are in the ring at the same time, maybe to team up. I mean, if Jeremiah and Nate Wings are both in the ring and there's only one or two other people in there, it could come down to those two at the very end if they team up. You just don't know.
Just imagine what could happen if the entire ranks of JTD Incorporated end up in that ring at the same time.
You're right about that, and with him ringside leading them on, and who knows, he could even be a surprise entry.
Oh,
you never know.
I mean, they could just dominate, and I think that they are, of sole purpose enough that there's not likely to be, ego involved. I think that they're all in it for JTD.
Yeah, and not only are they, a unit there. I mean, Kyle Craven, this guy's a monster, right? He could toss anybody out.
Yeah.
I mean, Clayton Jackson, he's put together. With
Dude is
all them
ripped.
teaming up, he's ripped, absolutely. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you're right about that. If they get the luck of the draw, anybody in that group, you name it, they could be in good position to win it.
Yeah. So the Gym City Rumble, it's going to be awesome. Usually about an hour-long match because you got to give people time to get into the ring and everything.
Right. If anybody listening is wondering why the card might not be as long as normal, normally we could have like 10 matches, 11 matches on a pay-per-view.
Right.
The Gym City Rumble itself is about an hour long.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quality instead of quantity. This
That's
pay-per-view.
right. The quantity will be in the ring at once. Hopefully it'll be reinforced, right?
Absolutely.
It never made sense to me that, two fat guys fight and they're like, oh, we had to reinforce the ring. But they never mentioned that during the Rumble.
No, not at all.
I mean,
just a ton
thousands
of,
of pounds in there at once. Whatever. So in addition to the Gym City Rumble, we're going to see the product, David Starr. He's coming back. And remember, that's David, not Dave Starr.
Right. I can't wait to see him. He made quite an impression in that great match with Matt Taylor last month at the pay-per-view.
Matt Tremont signed to be here. Should I even mention this next name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think we'll lose some viewers if I...
I don't think we'll lose viewers, but I don't know.
DJ Hyde's going to be here, too.
Yeah, he will be here.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's not forget, we haven't mentioned this match yet. I don't know how we've gone 40-plus minutes
I
into
know.
this podcast without mentioning it, but Shane Douglas is coming back.
Yeah!
And he's
kind of
going to face...
breaking news here.
Yeah, and he's going to face the Catalyst Dustin Reyes one-on-one.
Again, another kind of strong style, hard-hitting match there. Should be very, very entertaining after what we saw Shane Douglas do last month.
Absolutely, and Shane Douglas had nothing but great things to say about Rockstar, and he loves it so much he's coming right back at the very next pay-per-view.
Yeah, pretty awesome. So if you need to get your ass franchised, you can do it this Friday. And let's not forget the championship match. Relentless Ron Mathis, the defending Rockstar Pro champion, will be taking on our guest in the earlier Spotlight segment, Darkstar Matt Taylor. Taylor seems really, really hungry to win this belt.
Oh, yeah, he really does. We've talked about this throughout the podcast, but it's the one thing Taylor hasn't won, and this is his opportunity right here, and he faces a man he knows very well, and somebody he truly wants to beat. I mean, not only would winning the championship be sweet for Taylor, but beating somebody like Ron Mathis to get it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it would be icing on the cake. I mean, this could be Matt Taylor's night right here at the Gym City Slam.
So if you are eager to see Mathis dethroned, right?
Yeah.
You want to see some deicide.
Yes.
Yeah, you like that?
I do.
Maybe Matt Taylor will become known as Godslayer after
Oh.
that. Maybe.
I like it.
I don't know.
Very much.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a thought. Darkstar is pretty good, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if Godslayer has quite the ring to it. So we want to encourage you, as always, be here. Not just every Wednesday for Amped, but for God's sakes, come to Amped. It's awesome, and it's only $6. But be here this Friday for the Gym City Slam Mayday, May 1st. Bell is at 7:30 p.m. Doors are going to open at 7, just like always. And it's going to be fantastic action.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see everybody there.
$10 to get in, $15 I believe for first row seats.
That it is.
If they're not already all sold out. Be here. It's going to be amazing. Also, be sure to check out RockstarProWrestling.com for all of the latest news and videos and information and this podcast.
Absolutely.
You check out the YouTube channel at Rockstar Pro Res on Twitter. Look Rockstar up on Facebook. You get all the great new t-shirt designs and really breaking information when it comes to who's going to be on a card on Facebook. And as always, we have to plug Spreaker, home of the Rockstar Pro Wrestling Podcast Network. Punks and Pinfall made their triumphant return just a few days ago. So you can listen to us there, as many people have. I looked at our numbers.
Yes.
They're pretty decent.
They're pretty solid. I mean, we're gaining there. We're almost in the, teens now?
No. We've got hundreds of listens.
Hundreds. Okay,
Hundreds,
good.
bro.
I think 99's my mom, so that's great.
That's going to be your new gimmick name. Mark, 99's my mom, Turner.
I like it.
So, yeah, check out Spreaker as well. Anything else to add, Mark?
No, we'll just see the Gym City Slam.
Yeah.
99's my mom, right?
Right.
Is that a Wu-Tang song?
It could be.
Could be. Okay. Okay, I like that. I know it's not Lil Wayne, that's for sure.
No, thank Christ.
That's all for this episode. Be sure to come back for another edition of Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast.
I'm such a fine, upstanding young rapscallion.
Don't stop. Get it.
All right. So there's also the metal...